Hi, my name is Jenny Hubbard. I'm the Trust Administrator at HFG Trust. Today we'll be speaking with Mike Tallman, our Senior Trust Officer, asking some of our frequently asked questions. What got you interested in managing trusts?
That's a unique situation because right out of college I actually worked in a trust department, and so one of my duties was to pay all the bills of the various trusts that we had at that point in time. We had about 125 trusts that we managed, and so as you can imagine, we got bills from all various aspects. Wherever the trust you need to be paid bills, that kind of got me interested. And then when we had the opportunity to create HFG Trust and merge with Community First Bank, the partners of HFG decided that, hey Mike, why don't you try to take that on? And so I've kind of carried that on forward.
What kind of responsibility comes with that fiduciary capacity?
One of the biggest things that you've got to balance out is the duty of responsibility to the grantor or the trustor, the person that created the trust, and the beneficiaries of the trust. Obviously, an individual that puts money into a trust, they're gonna have a set of goals and objectives that they really want. It really helps us if we can talk with that individual and understand what their objectives really are, so that before they pass, we know what they're really looking for. We got to balance that out with the beneficiaries. We have a duty to make sure that the beneficiaries get as much of the assets as they can.
What are the advantages of having a third-party trustee like yourself?
It takes a lot of the emotion out of the situation whenever a trust is created. We talk with a lot of individuals that want to name a family member as trustee, and that is very common out there in the industry. But what we see is now you've put that individual in a unique situation where they have to not only mourn maybe losing a family member or a loved one, but now they have to deal with beneficiaries that are saying, well, we want our money. That's a tough situation, and a lot of times what we relate that to is Thanksgiving dinner. Do you want your family to be able to come together at Thanksgiving and still be able to have that dinner? Because what's most likely going to happen is if you name a family member, that family member is going to be ostracized and probably not going to be invited to Thanksgiving dinner anymore.
Do you ever come across a situation where the client will really trust their children with the money, but perhaps not their child's spouse?
Absolutely, and that is a very common thing that we hear, especially if at this particular point in time your children aren't married, but maybe just dating or thinking about dating, and you're uncertain as to what your child's spouse is actually going to end up doing, or who that individual actually is going to be. That is sometimes a scary situation, not knowing that type of information of, hey, if I hand this daughter of mine or son of mine $500,000 and then they get married later, and I'm not thrilled with the choices that they've made, how do we deal with that? Very common question that we hear all the time.
Some of our clients have come to us with children who have substance abuse issues or addiction. Mike, what were your suggestions?
This is not an uncommon situation. We see it quite regularly, and in fact, if we look across our trusts that we manage today and ones that we're talking with individuals about, it actually is becoming more and more common. The second thing that we did was we wanted to make sure that they understood the process and how us as a third-party trustee could really help through that process, because putting a burden of a family member named as trustee, and then also having to deal with a sibling or a relative that is dealing with substance abuse, that just is a really tough situation that you're put into. And so what we find is that this is something that we can actually work through and talk through, and especially if we can work with the individuals up front, they can get comfortable with the process of what we do to help through this particular situation. And in most cases, we can actually help individuals out.
We've talked a lot today about trusts through wills or living trusts. But another type of trust exists, and that's for those with disabilities. We also manage special needs trusts.
Yeah, and special needs trusts are a very good benefit to those individuals who receive maybe an award because of some medical malpractice or some insurance proceeds. Basically what it does is the special needs trust actually allows the beneficiaries to continue to receive benefits, whether they're state or federal benefits, and still have these assets then to help them out. Now, it's probably never going to replace exactly their quality of life or that type of situation, but what it is going to do is it is going to actually help them be able to continue to be independent and to be able to do things that they might not be able to do otherwise. So special needs trusts are just a really great vehicle in order to be able to help those individuals out. Thanks for watching today, and if you need more information, please visit our website at www.hfgtrust.com.